There's a guy walking by, walking his dog right now. He's probably like, what the heck is this girl doing? Today I am going to be reviewing the Huda Beauty FauxFilter Foundation. If you guys want to see a quick demo and my thoughts on this foundation, which I have dry skin and this is the full coverage one, then just keep watching. Alright, I'm hoping you guys can see me a whole lot better now. I have 2 lights on the sides of me, a ring light in front of me, and the natural light, a huge window. So pretty much everybody can see through my window and can see all this lighting on me, and it's actually extremely hot, but I hope it works out for you guys. All right, so the shade I got is Amaretto 310G. Now this is my color when I'm wearing my tanner, and I wear my tanner a lot, so that's why I got that shade. I'm trying to find, I'm gonna apply some of my Mario Badescu facial spray first, just because my skin's extremely dry. Now this foundation is said to be, I think it says it on the back, high coverage cream foundation, effortless application, camouflages imperfections and pigmentation, soft focused filter finish. This is a very full coverage concealer. It is so pretty. I love the packaging. It is 1.18 fluid ounces, so it's more than, you know, the normal 1 fluid ounce. So I have extremely dry skin. So for me, usually anytime a foundation says it's full coverage, it's very drying. It will just soak into my skin and you'll just see like all my dry patches and everything like that. I have tried this foundation on its own, and I'm gonna be very, very, very honest with you because this is an honest review. I didn't like it. Like I said, I have extremely dry skin. I did apply a primer and my moisturizer prior to this, but I didn't like it because it's just, oh, like even my friend, she has like combination skin, and she has like those smile lines. I have them too, like, you know, when you smile right there, it will just like crease in her smile lines, and for me, it just like random spots, just super, super drying. However, I found a way that I really, really enjoy applying it. That is how I'm gonna show you today. I'm gonna start off by using my Ultra Repair Cream, the First Aid Beauty Moisturizer. My daughters are home. My oldest is out of school already, so you are probably gonna hear her screaming a lot. They're downstairs playing with their toys, but I'm sure you'll hear them in the background a lot, so just letting you guys know. I do, even though like the way I like to apply this foundation is with an oil, make sure that you moisturize and you're priming prior. It's gonna really help that foundation last. And I love this moisturizer if you have extremely dry skin, or even combination skin or oily skin, because my husband has oily and I have dry. This is just a great moisturizer all around. Now that it's becoming colder outside, my skin is way more dry, so this just, oh, it just gives me so much moisture and I just love it. Love it, love it. All right, now I am applying, since this is a matte foundation, I'm applying Cover FX Mattifying Primer. And this reminds me a lot of, what is it, Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. You have that, or what's another one? Oh, the Maybelline New York Age Rewind one. Oh, I need to get that again. I love that primer. That one is such a great primer, and it's just like the Smashbox one. And when I say the Smashbox one, it has like a slip, like a silicone feel to it. So if you're not one that likes that silicone slip, then I don't recommend it. I feel like maybe for oily skin, and correct me if I'm wrong down below, but maybe for oily skin, the silicone kind of primer isn't like a good one to use. I don't know if it would just go slipping all over your face, even with the primer, your foundation. So if you don't like those, then I don't recommend this Cover FX one. Okay, so what I do is I'm gonna get a palette, and this has a little bit of foundation on it. That's okay. So I'm only putting one pump. And then I'm using Josie Moran 100% pure argan oil in light. And I do about 3 drops. And I'm serious, any oil you have. I have vitamin E oil from Walmart that I've used with it, and it works just as well as this oil. So don't worry about if it's a drugstore version or not. It doesn't even matter. Like, this is just gonna help add some moisture into your skin so that it's not drying all over your face, because that's exactly what this foundation will do. And if you have oily skin, you don't have to even do this step. It won't even matter with this foundation. But if you have dry skin or combination skin, I do recommend using an oil. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dot this all over my face. It's easier that way for me. This is also going to make it a little, adding the oil is actually going to make it a little more thin also. And I only use one pump, so it's not going to be as much, but do you see how I'm applying it all over my face, so it'll still give me lots of coverage. Alright. So I'm taking my Morphe sponge. As you can see, my face is extremely pale, but I'm matching my this foundation to my actual body. So my neck and everything down is a lot tanner than my face. But this foundation says, using a pump or less, apply foundation evenly all over the face with a dense brush or a beauty sponge. So you can use either. I don't like using brushes just because I feel like they always like streak my foundation. It gets all streaky all over my face. So I just prefer to use a sponge. But if you prefer to use a brush, by all means, go for it. Do you, boo? You can hear my kids. They're actually getting along down there. It's amazing. Whew. I've been going to the gym pretty hardcore lately. Like, I go to the gym anyways, just at least 5 times a week, but my friend and I have been doing like some pretty hardcore weightlifting. We've always done weightlifting, but now we're doing even more weights and more workouts. And I'm just like, my whole body is always sore. Right now, my arms, I did an arm workout today, and I feel like it's so hard to even lift my arm up just to use a sponge. And I have used this foundation at the gym, and it was so crazy. I'm like, oh, it's gonna crease like crazy. That's the very first time I used it. It was the second time I used it, and that time I mixed the oil. The very first time I used it, I didn't mix the oil, and I regretted it. I'm like, nope, I'm returning this. This is not a good foundation for dry skin. But then when I mixed the oil in it, the next day, I was like, I'll give it one more try. I actually used it at the gym, and I was sweating, but it stayed put. I was so surprised. It lasted really nicely, even when I went to the gym. And the oil is gonna give it a little bit of a dewy finish, so if you don't want that, and you have dry skin, just don't get the foundation, because I don't know what else to tell you. Because the oil, and I like that like luminous, dewy look. So for me, but I'm okay with that. All right, so this is the foundation. I'm going to go ahead and apply all my other face products that I use. I'm going to forward this part though with music, and then I'll show you after talking through it, just so that this video isn't like an hour long. Alright, so that is with everything on. You can hear my kids going up here. It looks pretty luminous. It doesn't look matte. It is full coverage like it says it is, which I love that. And when you add the oil, it does thin it out a little bit, so just keep that in mind. I used pretty much half a pump when I did it. So for me, I probably could have gotten more coverage if I used a full pump. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on, and then I will come back and talk some more about the foundation. Alright, so I just went ahead and did my eye makeup, which I used the Too Faced Then and Now palette. I will have this video up after this, so whenever I have it up, I'll link it down below. So all in all, I really do like this foundation. I really recommend it. I will list it down below. I don't have my phone with me, so I can't tell you the exact price of it, but maybe I have a receipt in here. Let's see here. Maybe I do. Yes, it was $40, so that's not bad at all. $40, like a lot of the higher end foundations that I get are $50. The Clinique Beyond Perfecting one that I love, that one's $28. So this one's like right in the middle. It's not like the lower of the high end, but it's like right in the middle. It's not too expensive. So like I said, this is great for oily combination, and if you have dry skin, I would mix in oil, or you will have like creasing all over your face. It will go into all your dry patches and stuff like that. But I do really recommend this foundation, and I really like it. Thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.